Okay, everybody, it's me. I apologize that I'm still kind of procrastinating the other animes that I said I would do anime series reviews for. They will happen. They will happen. I will. But I've just been so busy with other things. So next Friday, I'll knock that out. Also, before I get into this Tower of God episode review, tomorrow I will do. Who's mine? Have some minor concerns with things that happened, more like with like the animation production side. But we'll get to it. Okay, Tower of God, season 2, episode 16. So this one's called the 25th BAM. Now, the ending was shocking. um, my feelings on this situation is this. BAM probably... Here's my thing about it. I could understand why he did what he did with this guy, the Traveler. Why he told the Traveler his name was BAM. Because you got to remember how long he was under the alias of Ju Von Gol. And it got to him. At least that's what I think it, to me, it did. He just got to him. And I think meeting Kun kind of just, he had enough. So when he did get to when the workshop battle occurred, or was beginning to occur, he figured this guy who he has no recollection for, he's not a friend of his, he doesn't know him, he might as well tell him that he's BAM. But of course, as we saw at the end of this episode, that might have been a bad thing. Now, it should be alluded that Kun already knows that Mongol is BAM. So, besides the point. Okay, let's start like what really happened in this episode. So, BAM, I'm going to call him BAM, shoots Arnok, Jihad, the lizard girl, and ran. And they get sent up to the Archimedes ship. Novak shows up and he tells him to do something. Later on, we find out what this something is. To use the light bullet to send the bunny girl to Archimedes' ship. While that occurs, we have the other scenes happening, which is not a lot. It's just really Kun and Wagner, and basically the girl with... What's that guy's name? I'm sorry about me not remembering characters' names. The girl who's got with the whole puppet thing, who is on... Shibusu's team. She basically captured Prince and that little girl, and then she's using the puppets. But that whole thing gets resolved by basically they get sent up to Archimedes as well. And so does everybody else. Now, the results of the confrontation we have. Now, Shibusu is really stupid. Now, listen, I'm not saying like... The reason why I say this is because he confronts Volgol, who... Now, listen, okay, BAM put a mask around his mouth. Fine. But you can't tell him with a straight face that this guy's looking straight at him, at his eyes, and he doesn't recognize him. I could be overthinking it. So what ends up happening, this confrontation happens with Shibusu's team and BAM. There's this B person, you know. What's not really happening is BAM unlocks the power that was given to him by Fook. Because there are certain people in Tower of God, like for example, the right hand of the devil. You know, Kang and his guy, his friend. They're called ignitions. And this thing that BAM has now is an ignition. Later kind of gets really crazy as we go through the arc, and it evolves, and it gets is like a thing that shows up on his shoulder. It gets really insane. But he locks his power to take out this one dude because they sealed his Shino, which is this wave. They sealed his wave controller powers, basically. And he's able to unlock this power, knocks out this guy. He demands Shibusu that, basically to give the honey to this person who was stinged and was poisoned and to give him bullets. So basically the confrontation ends where mostly everybody except for Dorsey gets sent to Hercules. Now, Kun is there, by the way. He's there where Bam is. And this is, what the conversation he has with Novak. So, saying how he's trying to protect everyone and so on and so forth. And Novak's telling him that, this is going to destroy you with the way your shoulder and everything. But everything gets sent up except Dorsey. But Dorsey tracks down the guy, the traveler, and saying, "Oh, why were you with Joe?" And then he says, "That's not his name. His name's Bam, 25th Bam." And she's like shocked. Completely. Now we get, which is really funny in this episode, I forgot to mention this, we get the appearance of Rock. Now, I don't remember season 1, Crocodile Man, Rock, yeah. He shows up. We don't see him, though. I remember from the manual, I can't really say what happens to him. It's spoiler territory. What happens to him, his appearance, I should say. I can't say what happens, but you see him in later on, but we don't actually see him. We see kind of his face, and then we see him calling to Kun. And then that's where more or less the episodes end with Dorsey, final review. My thoughts on Bam revealing his identity to this traveler guy, who then bumps into Dorsey and tells her the truth. I think it's more along the lines that Bam was just, he felt lost. He had a new team with Wagner and Kang and all those characters, all those people. And he was going up the floors, the 20th floor, going up there further, and then the whole shit goes tits up when Foog attacks Kun's base of operations and over there as well. And I think at that moment, when he got separated again, Bam, I think that's when he realized he needed to tell somebody. And he went in the city and he saw this guy walking around, met with him. He's calling himself a traveler, and he basically was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And he decided to say Bam 25. I don't think it's a problem in my opinion, but it is something that it is irresponsible. It is. From my point of view, it is irresponsible for Bam because I understand why he said it, because he was sick and tired of being called this name, of this villainous Foog Canada Slayer. He was sick and tired of it. And he had to tell somebody his real name. But he realizes, oh shit, I just told this guy my real name. If he tells somebody else who's part of my team, oh shit. Now, the thing about Foog, though, they didn't know where he was. So it's not like there were, I really doubt in that whole actor event, him running around, bumping into Dorsey, leaving, having fights in the hotel area. that anyone would have realized that he released that information. So, you know, but that's my take on it. Overall, the episode, I thought it was good. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I think I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. The action was good. We got some character interactions. We got a reveal of a power that I can tell you right now, man. Oh boy, it gets crazy. So, a lot of good stuff. But Bam's an interesting character because he was betrayed by Rachel. Sorry, I don't like Rachel. And he had to go under this alias. Because if he doesn't go on this alias, Foog's going to kill his friends. You know? It's as simple as that. But it's going to get really interesting as we go along with the workshop battle and how this all comes together. But that's all I really got for you guys. This is Bankai Night 22. See you guys later. And like I said, tomorrow night, hopefully, I will hopefully be able to review Uzumaki. Hopefully the last episode pays dividends because episode 2, animation, I'm not sure about that. I'll see you guys later.